Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on back to the channel. In this one today, it's going to be another top 5 zombies video. Now for this one, it's going to be the top 5 best guns in Cold War zombies. Now this one is going to be a little bit different compared to the other top 5 best guns in different games videos that we've done in the past. For example, on the one on Black Ops 4, we did have to remove the points category because the points in Black Ops 4 are the same regardless of which gun you use. So there's no point in really ranking the points in Black Ops 4. We're going to have to do the same in Black Ops Cold War as well, because every single gun in Black Ops Cold War gives you the same amount of points as long as you're shooting for the head. So there's no use in putting the points category as well as the accessibility category, because in Cold War, every single gun you can spawn with, and you can buy ammo off of the ammo crates that are just scattered around the map. So every single gun pretty much shares the same accessibility in Black Ops Cold War. So for our categories, it's only going to be based off of damage, ease of use, and ammo. Now, with those 3 out of the way with, let's just jump right into it. Now, coming in at our number 5 spot, this is going to be going to the M29 launcher. Now, this is a really underrated weapon compared to most other guns in Black Ops Cold War, mainly because nobody really used it in the early stages of Cold War zombies because there was no PhD. When PhD did get added in, a lot of people started using these launchers a lot more because you didn't have any of that explosive damage that was dealt to yourself. And in Black Ops Cold War, most of the explosive weapons, including the M29, did way too much damage to yourself as well as the zombies, but it wasn't really justified to use them because of that damage that was dealt to yourself. Now that PhD is in Cold War zombies, it's a lot easier to justify using this weapon. It's also really good compared to most other launchers in the game because it's a special weapon, not considered an actual launcher. So when you do get these special weapons upgraded, you can shoot multiple bullets with one shot in the gun, which is actually really useful for this launcher. You can shoot 3 bullets right away, even if it's not pack-a-punched, even if you don't have ring of fire, and you can just clear any zombie out of your way with, regardless of what round you're on. Really useful for that. The only problem that I do have with the M29 is the ammo. It does really struggle when it comes to the overall ammo on this weapon. You're going to be constantly buying a lot more on the ammo crates scattered around the map, which does kind of suck, especially when it comes to Black Ops Cold War. You want to use those points for anything else like pack-a-punching or buying more perks, not spending time buying ammo for this gun. Does really suck when it comes to the ammo. It also really struggles when it comes to killing some of the mini bosses on Black Ops Cold War as well. One that really stands out is the Abomination. That one is really hard to kill with this gun, so it does really struggle when it comes to that. Overall, though, if you're using this thing with Ring of Fire and you're just camping in a corner, it's not going to do too bad, and it's actually going to carry you to the higher rounds very easily. So for that, it's going to be coming in at our number 5 spot. Now, coming up next on our list, we have the M16. Now, the M16, compared to most other guns in Black Ops Cold War, does a lot of damage, especially compared to the SMGs or the ARs. The SMGs are useless because they do little to no damage whatsoever when you're playing in zombies. Not really useful when it comes to the SMGs. Same with the ARs, they just don't do enough damage. But the M16 is the one gun that is really good when it comes to mobility. It has really good mobility compared to most other SMGs in Black Ops Cold War. And it does really good damage compared to most other SMGs and ARs and tactical rifles when it comes to Cold War as well. It's an all-around good gun to just get you around the map. Every single time I do load up a new map on Black Ops Cold War, or if I'm playing a new map for the first time, I always try to run the M16 because I can just get around the map really easily, take anything out of my way really easily as well. I don't have to rely on getting the Wonder Weapon right away if I want to get to a high round on the map. If I'm just trying to remember what the map layout is, I always run this gun because it's really easy to move around with. Really good when it comes to new players as well. It's a really easy, fun weapon to use and really effective. So for that, we're going to be putting it at our number 4 spot. Coming up next on our list, we have the AMP-63. Now, the AMP-63, when just used by itself, isn't really too good of a gun. When you're just using one AMP-63, it's kind of like a mediocre SMG. Does okay with damage, isn't the best compared to most other guns in Black Ops Cold War. But when you do get a dual wield, which is available for all pistols and is why I'm putting it up on the list, it actually becomes really good and by far one of the best guns that you could run in zombies. When it comes to this gun dual wield, it is actually really solid because you do have that mobility factor when it comes to using a pistol, so it does have a lot going for it in terms of ease of use. You can also use multiple attachments in Black Ops Cold War to make it more accurate in terms of just hip fire when it comes to using it in dual wield as well. Really good when it comes to that. When it comes to the damage, if you're shooting twice as fast, it has a lot of fire rate. In terms of just normal guns and zombies, it is actually really good at killing zombies fast and effectively. In terms of just killing mini bosses as well, it's a lot better than most other guns like the M29 like we've talked about earlier. It's a lot better than the M16 as well when it comes to just moving around and dealing damage. The only problem that I do have with this gun is that you do have to get it leveled up and you do have to unlock it to get it to its full potential. But if you do take the time to get it to max level and you do take the time to get it to the dual wield version, it is definitely worth it and definitely a really good solid weapon. So for that, we're going to be putting it at our number 3 spot. Now coming in at our number 2 spot, this is going to be going to the Sai. Now this is going to be the first ever weapon on a top 5 list that I put that doesn't shoot bullets. The Sai is a melee weapon, and that's a little bit crazy from the Cold War perspective. But for those of you who have played Cold War, you would know that the melee weapons are really overpowered in this game. And that mainly comes down to the fact that you can triple pack-a-punch them, and then they pretty much do infinite damage for however long you want. You can keep on killing zombies. You can kill all the mini zombies. You can kill all the mini bosses as well. What makes the Sai a lot more special than most of the other melee weapons in Black Ops Cold War is the fact that you can move really quickly around the map with them. They are really easy to move around the map with. Everyone who's doing speedruns right now are using these Sais because they are just really easy to move around the map. You can kill zombies quickly out of your way with. They deal a lot of damage compared to most other guns that you can use that have bullets, which is a little bit crazy, especially when it comes to Cold War. But there are some other melee weapons that are really quick to move around the map with as well, like the shovel and the knife. But the Sai is just a lot better when it comes to just moving around the map and just being really quick and nimble on the feet. So for that, I definitely have to put it above most of the other melee weapons. The only reason that the Sai isn't at number 1 is because they are melee weapons. When it comes to using this weapon on a daily basis, just trying to kill zombies from a distance, it's not really the most effective because you do have to wait until the zombies are right up in front of your face, which can get a little bit dangerous. But for the most part, they are still very reliable weapons, definitely the best when it comes to the melee weapons as well, and definitely deserving of our number 2 spot. Now coming in at our number 1 spot, this is going to be going to the Gallow. Now in terms of guns in Black Ops Cold War, the Gallow is by far one of, if not the best, especially when the game first came out. The Gallow was definitely the best gun in Black Ops Cold War. In terms of multiplayer and in zombies, definitely outstands and does a lot better than most other weapons in that game. When it comes to the damage, the Gallow is really solid. It can deliver a lot of damage, especially compared to most other shotguns and most other guns in Black Ops Cold War. When it comes to the ammo, it's a lot better than most other weapons as well, especially in the shotgun category. Right after they nerfed the Howard, the Gallow is still really solid when it comes to the overall ammo that is in the clip and also in reserves. When it comes to the ease of use, it is also really easy to use this gun because it is a semi-automatic, so you can just constantly spam the bullets out. It's also really good at taking out the mini bosses in Black Ops Cold War. You can take out the Panzers and the Abominations really easily with this weapon. All around, it's a really good gun to just carry with you. Everybody knows what it is because it was one of the first guns that was released in Black Ops Cold War, so everybody has it leveled up or understands how the gun works. It's all around just a really great fun weapon to use, and definitely, in my opinion, the best when it comes to Black Ops Cold War. Anyways guys, that's going to wrap up this video for today. If you did enjoy, leave a like, subscribe, do all that. Leave your comments down below if you want to see me do any other type of content. Check out Comfy Cushion Reacts. It's a channel me and my friends do. We need all the support we can get, so definitely go over there and check that out. And yeah, I got nothing much else to say, so peace.